Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, I think that the Ukrainian counteroffensive currently is dead and unsuccessful. It doesn't mean that the war is lost or anything at this point. It's just that the expected counteroffensive, which is pushing the other guys back, breaking the front, piercing the front and doing some damage, did not occur. Therefore, is unsuccessful. Now, the Ukrainians are trying in Zaporozhye and in Kherson area, more in the Zaporozhye region, their counteroffensive. I will show you over the map on the map where that is. So this is the Ukrainian front right here, and this is Kherson area, and this is Zaporozhye. This is where the Ukrainians are trying their counteroffensive mainly, right here. They try to break here, so they cut the Russians in two, and they think that after they destroy, they cut through Melitopol and Berdyansk right here, they will be able to take care of somehow Crimea after they blow the Kerch bridge, and the Russians will be somehow cut off from the world. Okay, no problem. Now, the Russians are having their offensive right here in Kupiansk, Liman, Bakhmut area, Avdiivka, Marinka. This is the Russian front or offensive. This is the counteroffensive, the Ukrainian. Now, this article tells us that the Ukrainians actually tried to break through right here, open another front. They tried to get from here. So not only here, now they try here really, really bad. So let's see this article, not this one, this one. The New Voice of Ukraine. So this article is from today, Sunday, the 13th of August, 2023. Ukraine opening new front in Kherson Oblast, just 83 kilometers from Crimea. So they say, well, actually we are changing here. We're going to start from here towards Crimea. Well, they've been trying that. They were trying to cross the Dnieper River here unsuccessfully. Okay, but it's very strange. And I'm going to tell you what's strange. You see the Kakhovka bridge dam was here, right here, New Kakhovka or something, the one that was blown up by, they say, the Russians. I don't think it was the Russians, but hey, who cares? It was blown up, and this reservoir right now is empty. It's just the Dnieper River dripping down here. Okay, now if the Ukrainians started their counteroffensive here and now here, wouldn't that make sense that they would have them have an advantage by destroying that dam instead of the Russians? But hey, nevertheless, they will start doing it here, and let's read this article. So it's 83 kilometers, that's about what, 50 miles. So the 50 miles between here and here, 50 miles. Ukraine may be looking at opening, it's looking now, Ukraine opening new front. This, okay, all right, well, that's different than this one, don't you think? Ukraine may be looking at opening a third front in its ongoing counteroffensive after capturing a small bridgehead of land on the east bank of the Dnieper River. So they claim they broke some over the dam, over the Dnieper River in the Kherson Oblast. So they say, oh, actually we were able to jump over the Dnieper River here. Military observer Denis Popovich said in an interview with Radio Papapap. Okay, and I'm quoting, Ukraine's general staff hasn't confirmed this information. However, many sources, I like when I say many sources, report that the Ukrainian army crossed the Dnieper River to the left eastern bank, Popovich said. Okay, well, how many? The Ukrainian army? Wow. So that's not only one guy, it's the Ukrainian army. And I'm quoting, this trigger point, at least in theory, oh, in theory I can fly, could potentially, oh my God, they lost me already, become the start of a new direction of the offensive, since it is relatively short distance to the occupied Crimea. That's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. So this guy says, this trigger point that he made the point, which is not confirmed, but as many sources say. So there is this trigger point that is non-existent actually. It's only in this guy's imagination, Dennis, right? Based on the reports from sources, many sources that he doesn't mention. Okay, this point, he right now from maybe right here, possibly became a reality, this trigger point. At least in theory. In theory, we can do a lot of stuff. Could potentially, all right, all this lost me because of the start new direction offensive, since it's only 83 kilometers. That's a long way sometime, my boy. As a minimum, this third direction could, that's already the third direction is already a fact, could pull Russian reserves and stretch them even further, as a minimum, something that is non-existent, proven yet, or confirmed. And I'm quoting, this will raise even more questions for the occupiers, this that is not there yet, about how to distribute their reserves. Where will the main blow come? From Jesus Christ, superstar. Where will the Ukrainian army more actively attempt to break through their defense? The more trigger points we have, the more confusion it will cause for Russian commanders. This is wishful thinking, okay? This is scenarios, the observer, okay? This is a scenario. It's true, but it is in theory. He believes, if you put believes instead of thinking, that's wrong. These actions to be part of a larger plan of the Ukrainian armed forces. The game, the game. Is that a song of the Motorhead? Listen to it. Motorhead, the song, The Game, which has been going for 2 months now, is still ongoing. Okay. Over 2 months have passed since the Ukrainian counteroffensive was launched in the south. It began at the beginning of June. The game is about probing for these weaknesses, their weaknesses. Well, the best politicians and the best leaders are the ones who create visions, scenarios for the followers, telling them, guys, follow me, don't hang me, because I will lead you behind that little hill over there is going to be a gate, and behind that gate I will take care of that gate. It's going to be honey and honey pots and the milk and everything just for you. Can you imagine what you will have? And you start creating visions. Can you imagine what you will have over there? A lot of shit. So, and is this, we're going to have everything. Everything will be great. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, don't hang the guy yet. Okay, we'll follow you, Gigi. All right. Shit, that was close. So, that's how this guy is doing right now. That thing, they might do that. That would potentially, that would be good. The Russians would mind doing that. Okay, in theory, a lot of shit can be said from the opposite side. This is the level of these guys who are just speaking images. Imagine where it's going to be crossing over there already. The army crossed. I don't think they crossed shit. They might have crossed a crew over there, 20 people that are hiding in the bushes and a cattail, and the Russians are not aware of them yet. That could be that. I don't know. But wait. And this guy uses a lot of might, could, should, potentially, I might love you, I might do this, I could do this, it's potentially we could, that means zero. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.